Oh man, I need some, oh, she's got some right there. But now I need, okay. Ow. Ow. Much better, but I think I need, oh, these are perfect. I need one more thing though. Hey honey?
What the fuck?
Can you zip me up? So now that I have the lipstick off, let me present to you the problem, which is basically this room. It is, well, it's pretty much too small. Our last bedroom was a bit bigger than this. We had more closet space, we had more everything space really. And as you can see, we've still got stuff sitting on the floor. We've been here for 6 months. It's time to fix that. So one of the things that doesn't fit is this mirror right here. It's huge. Another thing that doesn't fit is this jewelry cabinet thing of sorts. It is also kind of huge. It takes up floor space. And so my initial thought was, why don't we combine those two into one? And so I found this jewelry cabinet with a mirror that you hang on the wall on Amazon. It looks pretty good online. It looks pretty big too. And then it gets here and that's it right there. It's really not that big. So we will not be installing this. Instead, what we're gonna do is take advantage of this really weird cutout here in the corner. There's all these shelves here and we use it for pretty much nothing. I've got my watches there, my vibrator, these other things that just need to go because they're whatever. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this mirror that actually used to be a sliding door. We're gonna mount it over here and then make it so it slides out, and then the wife can put all of her jewelry and things like back in this secret area. It's gonna be like a secret mirror safe of sorts. There probably won't be a lock on it, but it'll be safe in the sense that if you don't know it's there, you don't know it's there. So this mirror is just attached to some pieces of trim I put on here long ago. So we're gonna start by taking this apart and making a new frame for it, a frame that we'll be able to put some big sliders on and have the mirror, you know, invisibly, or the slides will be invisible at first, and then, you know, once it slides out, they won't be. We could do like a barn door track like that, but then you'll see the track up top and you'll know there's something there. We wanna make it more invisible and secure than that. So let me show you what we got. So somewhere over here underneath all of the junk that has accumulated on my workbench, there are these sliders. So these are 3-foot long sliders. They're fairly heavy duty from what I remember. I'll link to them in the description. And this is what we're gonna be using to slide our mirror. We also have this wood over here. This is rustic barnwood shiplap. And I know we don't need shiplap, but I'll tell you why we're using that in just a second. We also got just some regular pine boards here because we're gonna have to be building this thing off the wall so it can slide over a picture. So we'll also talk more about that as we get to it, but this is the general idea. This is a picture frame I made a few years ago. It is the same exact wood, the barnwood shiplap. It has a few pine boards behind it to give it some depth. And this is kind of what we're going for. It won't be brown, it's gonna be white, but same sort of thing, make a frame out of wood, put a mirror in there, and then we'll make it slide. So the first step is going to be rip off this extra edge here that we don't need on the shiplap with the table saw, and then we should be able to cut these to size, lay the mirror into it, and slap it back on the frame. So as you can see, our mirror now has a new, beefier frame. I think it came out pretty good. On the back side, I did wind up putting a bead of silicone, you probably can't see it there, all along the mirror and then in between the backer board and the mirror because there was just like a little bit too much space. So that helps it stay in place and take up the extra space. So this is now ready to be mounted to some slides, and that's gonna be a little tricky. What we need to do is we need to build a base. So basically we need to build another frame for those slides to mount to, and then the slides can also mount to the back of the mirror. On one side though, I'm gonna put another board on this frame to bring it down a little bit more to hide the slide. So whenever the mirror slides out, you don't see the slides come out. We've got our slides mounted on here. We've now reached the point where we're gonna flip the frame over and test it on the mirror because it's a lot lighter than the mirror is. And I already know we're gonna have a problem. And that is that this board right here is thicker than our slide that we installed. So we need to trim this board down a little bit so our frame can clear the mirror. And the way I'm gonna do that is with this hand planer right here. So it's got a blade on the bottom. It takes off just a little bit at a time. We're gonna go over it a few times and shave off just as much as we need. If you don't have a hand planer, you could probably use a palm sander to do the same thing. It's just gonna take you a little bit longer. So our mirror is installed. Hello there. And it slides like it should. It barely clears this picture frame, just like it should. For anybody worried about the mirror falling off of these slides are rated to 260 pounds, and this mirror weighs, I don't know, like maybe 40 or 50 pounds. So I don't think it's going anywhere. And so one of the reasons I said we were gonna do this rustic style is because I knew we were gonna have a gap here. Admittedly, this is a little bit bigger of a gap than I would have liked. Whenever it was on the floor in the garage, it was sagging down, so I had to keep taking more and more off. I guess if I wanted to, I could pry this last board off and replace it and make that gap a lot smaller. But for now, it's gonna stay because it's already on the wall. So that is all looking good. We have our new secret compartment back here, but I think there's like one more thing we could do to make this a little more awesome. Right, so we are done. What we did is we went and got, I think these are called project boards. They're just like pre-stained 1/4 inch thick boards you get from the hardware store. Cut them up, nailed them up there. All these little jewelry organization things, we harvested those from the mirror cabinet thing that we are not going to be using. Also bought a little watch holder thing here, and I'm sure this is not its final form, but this is the way it is for now. So now you can come over here and, you know, did your hair and accessorize your hair, I guess, with this butterfly thing up here, and then go out on the town, and as you're leaving, you can, you know, close that up and kids can't get to it because they don't know it's there. So if you liked that little hidden jewelry cabinet closet sort of thing project, Stay tuned because there are more strange places in this house. There's a lot going on down in the basement, and we're gonna make it a little bit better real soon here. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Is there still room for my vibrator?
No.
Can you zip me up? No?
This is very alarming.
Oh, there's no zipper.